81 years old, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has once again tightened his grip on Uganda's political future. Declared winner of the January 15th, 2026 presidential election, Museveni extends his rule into a 7th term, cementing 4 decades in power. Now, the Electoral Commission announced Museveni secured 7.9 million votes against opposition leader Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine, who managed 2.7 million votes from guerrilla commander to one of Africa's long-serving leaders. Museveni's journey has been marked by constitutional changes, fierce opposition challenges, and accusations of illiberal democracy.
81-year-old incumbent Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of the National Resistance Movement has secured another 5 years in Uganda's seat of power, extending his grip on power to a 7th term.
Candidate Yoweri to Haburwa Kaguta Museveni, having obtained the highest number of votes in the election and the votes cast in his favor being more than 50% of the valid votes cast at the election.
The chairperson of the Uganda Electoral Commission, Justice Simon Byabakama, announced Museveni's National Resistance Movement, NRM, secured 7.9 million votes, about 71.6% of ballots cast, while his closest challenger, opposition leader Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as Bobi Wine, received 2.7 million votes. Museveni has maintained that he is the sole guarantor of stability and progress in Uganda, while Bobi Wine, a 43-year-old pop star turned politician, had vowed to tackle corruption and impose sweeping reforms. Museveni first rose to prominence in the 1970s, fighting against the regime of Idi Amin and later leading the National Resistance Army in a 5-year guerrilla war. In 1986, he seized power, ushering in what many saw as an end to years of political violence. His early years focused on stabilizing Uganda's economy and quelling insurgencies, particularly in the north. Under the 1995 Constitution, Uganda introduced multi-party democracy, term limits, and age caps for presidential candidates. Museveni won the first competitive election in 1996, defeating Paul Kawanga Semogerere with about 74% of the vote. He was re-elected in 2001, but by 2005, Parliament controversially scrapped term limits, paving the way for Museveni's continued rule. Victories followed in 2006, 2011 and 2016, each time against his former ally turned political foe Dr. Kizza Besigye and other challengers. In 2017, another constitutional amendment removed the presidential age limit, allowing Museveni, then in his 70s, to contest again. The 2021 election brought his toughest challenge yet from Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as Bobi Wine, a pop star turned politician whose youth appeal galvanized millions. Museveni won with about 58%, while Wine captured 35%, reflecting both growing dissatisfaction and the entrenched power of the NRM. Now, in 2026, Museveni has once again secured victory, reinforcing his position as one of Africa's longest-serving leaders. His supporters hail him as the guarantor of stability and progress, while critics argue Uganda's democracy has been steadily eroded through constitutional changes and restrictions on opposition, without focusing on issues facing ordinary Ugandans, such as lack of jobs and a struggling economy. Elizabeth Atieno, TV 47.